YouTube family. Hi YouTube family. How are you all doing? Welcome to another video. This is Victorious Mirabel. Here we talk about lifestyle, faith, fashion, other pertains to life and godliness. Yes, other pertains to life and godliness. So I'm back today with a video. I want to thank all our new subscribers. I want to thank all those who have been watching, sharing our videos. May God continue to bless you guys. And yes, continue to watch, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, join the family. Here we talk about godly living, how to navigate this life victoriously, how to be all that God has called us to be in our finances, in our walk with God, in our social life, in our dating life, like in every area, wholesomely. So today I'm going to be talking about something. I'm going to be talking about money. Yes, yeah. Today we're going to be talking about finances. I just celebrated my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I was just looking back and I'm like, oh, they always say that 30 is when you focus in life, where you set your goals right, where you are very serious, you're very intentional with your life, you mind the company you keep. And I was like, yeah, I think I naturally gravitated into that without knowing. But I was looking back at my 20s. I'm like, oh, I wish in my 20s I was really cognizant with my day-to-day, how my day-to-day activity, my week-to-week spending, my relationship with money will affect my financial life, will keep me in this unhealthy financial cycle. Because I remember in my 20s, I really did not bother. I just worked. I knew I could swipe, or if I pay my bills or did a little bit of the things I had to do, which were my responsibility, whatever is left, the next thing I'm thinking is how to get into the store to buy something for myself. I wasn't really focused. I wasn't really cognizant. I wasn't really aware of how those unhealthy habits, I was just spending. I wasn't focused about the numbers. I wasn't focused about, okay, savings. I wasn't really intentional when it comes to my money. That's the first thing I wish I knew. The second thing I wish I knew was taking the time to be financially literate. Financial literacy is one thing that over the years has been proven that we go to school, we learn how to get money, but we don't learn how to manage money. I wish I took time to really be literate, really learn how to manage money, really be financially literate in my 20s. It would have saved me a lot. It would have helped me curve some of my financial decisions I made, some of my financial behaviors. It would have helped me develop healthy habits and cut out some bad habits. The third thing I wish I knew was aware of my company. Woo! Aware of those we keep. They always say that bad company corrupts good manner. Sometimes, especially in our 20s, we are so excited about friendship. We're excited about the people we keep. But the people we keep, they will either make us or break us in every aspect of our life, even our finances. Most often in our 20s, we have friends that we party, we have friends that we go out shopping unnecessarily, we have friends that we go out drinking or just ordering food out, not even thinking. And it just happens that we spend time with unhealthy people, wasting our hard-earned money in your 20s. So I wish I really was aware of the company I keep. Are those people focused? Are they putting your mind on your finances, or is it just let's work, let's spend, let's work, let's spend, like there's no tomorrow? So we really need to be aware of those people around us. How are we spending? How are their spending habits? How is their relationship with money? Because if their relationship with money is not healthy, trust me, there's always gonna be a spillover. They are going to influence your own relationship with money. They are going to influence your relationship with money. So I wish I was aware of the company I keep in terms of their financial focus, their financial orientation. The fourth thing I wish I knew was putting value on time. Oh my. I feel like in my 20s, I had so much time that I would have put in growing my money or growing my finances, or putting in doing things that would have helped me be more financially stable. But I was more focused on too much leisure without being focused on the fact that yes, life has to be a balance. As much as there has to be leisure, there also has to be a balance of your finances. You have to be proactive. You have to put value to your time. You have to be able to be creative. You have to be able to do things that will grow you or things that will increase your financial capacity, or that will create that financial stability that you want down the line in your life. So I wish I didn't spend a lot of times in my 20s just winding away or complaining or maybe just laying around, but I was more intentional, more focused, putting value on my time. So the next thing, I wish I knew that money is a tool to help me achieve my goals and not a reward for hard work. That's deep. I know. Yes, I wish I knew that money was a tool, just a tool to help me achieve my goal, not a reward. Most often, myself, like many others, we spend our 20s just working, just making the money and just spending it, making the money and just spending it, thinking that that's the life. No, I wish I knew that the money I made from my work could have been a tool to invest, could have been a tool to put into investments or other things that will achieve those great goals that I want to have in life, that will give me that sustainable financial life that I want down the drain or in the nearest future, and not just working, not just thinking that, oh, money, I can only get money or I can only become rich by just working hard. There is a saying that sometimes work smart and not hard. Yes, so I wish I knew that in my 20s. The next thing I want to talk about, I wish I knew the difference between enjoying the fruit of my labor and just instant gratification. There's a video I did when I was talking about budgeting, and I talked about the fact that when I was growing up, I've heard of the concept of pay yourself. And I always felt like when they say pay yourself, it means go shopping, go do your nails, go give yourself a treat, just lavish, rain money on yourself. It's with time that I get to realize that when we're talking about pay yourself, it's saying that, okay, when you get your money, first thing first, after paying your tithe as a Christian, set aside a certain amount of money in your saving as a payment, as a reward, as the fruit of your labor, before every other thing like bills, and before you start budgeting for every other thing down the line, before you start allocating money diligently for every other thing. So I wish I knew how to really enjoy the fruits of my labor. What do I mean? I wish I knew that those instant gratification, or buying Chanel bag, or going for a gross makeup shopping, or just going clothes shopping when I did not need it, wasn't an enjoyment of the fruits of my labor. I wish I knew that when the main enjoy of the fruit of your labor, it actually means saving, setting up plans, setting up things, doing those things. In our 20s, we are not too young to buy a house. You are not too young to own properties. You are not too young to be a real estate owner. Like, I feel like that's really it's putting in your money and enjoying the fruit of your labor. Like looking at your investments in place and looking back and saying, oh, I am really at a place where in your 40s or your 45s, I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. I'm enjoying the labor I labored in my 20s that I have laid down. So I wish I knew that. I wish I knew the difference between enjoying the fruit of my labor and instant gratification. Yes, fashion will always be there. Fashion comes and fashion goes. But those things you lay down, those projects you put in place, those fundamental things, investments you put in place, go a long way. Generational. They are generational. And just like the Bible said that a good parent leave inheritance for your children and your children's children. That's what you're doing when you actually invest and you sit back to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Not just eating the fruits because you want instant gratification. There are two things. It's either you sow it to enjoy the fruit later, or you eat the seed immediately and then you have nothing later to grow and to enjoy. The next thing I want to talk about is I wish I knew to say no. Yes, I wish I knew to say no. I wish I had that guts to say no. I feel like this goes, or it affects most of us who are immigrants, who have traveled from our countries of origin. And we travel, we get these opportunities. We feel like, oh, we want to become Jesus Christ. We want to be the superheroes. We want to save every soul upon the planet Earth. Yes, as much as that is possible, I'm not debunking the fact that you need to help, you need to reach out, but then you have to build yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty container. You cannot give what you don't have. I'll give an example. If you're in your 20s and you are working, as I was doing when I was in my 20s, you're working. Before this uncle called, you have sent the money. Before the aunties call, you have sent the money. Before this person even cough, you have sent the money. You realize that you are pouring so much and you are not building yourself. It will get to a point where you burn out. And you look back and you feel like, oh, but why am I even working hard? What do I have to show for? But if you build yourself up, if you say you are able to say no to those things which are necessities, if you're able to say no to those people who just feel like they have to feed on you because you are abroad, then you build yourself, you'll be able to pull others up. A good example is the fact that if you are not balanced, say for example, you're climbing a hill and you are not stable and you're trying to pull other people down, trust me, those people will finally end up pulling you down. You have to get to the top of the hill, then be able to reach out and pull others up. So I wish I knew how to say no in my 20s. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is do not spend a huge sum of money trying to look expensive in your 20s. Yes, don't spend a huge sum of money trying to look expensive. This life, everybody has a journey. Don't try to impress people. Like, don't try to live to impress people. In your 20s, like, avoid your first apartment, your first car must not be a luxury car. It must not be the nicest apartment. Start from small. Be able to put your coins in place diligently. Housing is necessary, car is necessary, but then you can go within your means. You can start small and grow. Like, imagine putting all your money in renting a fancy apartment and you have no savings. Imagine putting all your money in getting a 2021 car on lease and you spend all your time working hard to pay that lease with no savings, with no investment. At the end of the day, a car is not an asset, it's a liability. The house you're renting is not an asset, it's a liability. So don't spend huge amount of money on liabilities trying to look expensive. No, there is a time and season for everything. Enjoy your little beginning. The Bible says we should not despise the days of little beginning. Accept your little beginning, live within your means, and then invest and grow. Be diligent with your money and grow. And I hope this video was interesting. I hope someone learned something. I hope that those of my friends, my cousins, my subscribers, others who are in your 20s, you could learn and really set things right when it comes to your finances in your 20s. I just want to encourage you. Nothing is too hard for you to do. Age is not the limit. Don't limit yourself. The only thing that will limit you, it's your mind, is the knowledge you have and the ability to pursue those things that you want to pursue. Don't say I'm too young. Don't say, oh, I live with my parents. Don't give excuses. Go out there with those dreams. Get them, stay focused, and stay disciplined. Love you all with the love of God. Bless you. See you all in my next video.